Audio Jungle.
Hello, welcome to today's edition of Editorials, the broadcast from Canada. My name is Sandra Asante. Today we are looking at Ethiopian military claiming of regaining control of religious town of Lalibela, as well as UN Rights Forum agreeing to investigate abuses in Ethiopia. So don't go anywhere, I'll be back after the break. You're welcome back from the break. We'll begin with the claiming of the gains. And the Ethiopian military again claims to be in control of the town of Lalibela, famed for its rock churches. State media reported on Sunday, showing pictures of the deputy prime minister visiting the site. It was unclear when government forces claim to have recaptured the town, which has spiritual significance for millions of Ethiopian Orthodox Christians and has changed hands several times during a conflict with forces from the northern Tigray province. Tigray forces recaptured it in August, but government forces claim to have pushed them back at the beginning of December in an ongoing offensive that had forced the Tigrayan to withdraw hundreds of kilometers. They are still claiming that they are control of that. But last Sunday, residents reported that the Tigrayans have retaken the town after the military and its allies withdrew. The year-long conflict between Tigray's leader and the central government has killed thousands of civilians, drawn in forces from around Ethiopia and spilled into neighboring Amhara and Afar regions. It has also forced 400,000 people into famine in Tigray, with more than 9.4 million people across the northern Ethiopia now dependent on food aid, according to the United Nations. Now we are looking at the investigating abuses at the UN's rights saying that forum. So the UN Human Rights Council voted on Friday to establish an independent investigation into abuses in Ethiopian conflict after a senior UN official said there have been violations on all sides and mass arrests under the government crackdown. Ethiopia said it was extremely disappointed by the move and vowed not to cooperate, describing the mechanism as politically motivated. The resolution, brought by the European Union and backed by Western states, passed despite objections from Ethiopia, which dismissed accusations of abuses and said it had already cooperated in investigations into the long-year war. A number of these violations may amount to crimes against humanity and urgently required further investigations by independent experts. The EU delegation to the UN in Geneva said in a statement welcoming that decision. The resolution establishes a three-member panel of experts for a 1 year to collect evidence and identify those responsible for the violations with a view to future prosecutions. Ethiopia would like to reiterate that it will not cooperate with established mechanisms imposed upon it against its consent, the government said in a statement. No more to double standards, no more to unilateral coercive measures, and no more to meddling in internal affairs under the pretext of human rights. Earlier, Ethiopia's envoy to the UN in Geneva, Zenebe Kebede, denounced what he said was a series of abuses by forces from the northern region of Tigray. Thousands of civilians have died and millions have fled into the conflict between the federal government and the allies loyal to the Ethiopian government, which dominated Ethiopia's ruling coalition for nearly 30 years. In the past, it has been said that some individual soldiers or militias may have committed these abuses as well as violation, but the vote, now you're looking at the grave consensus on that, and the vote on the motion after a day-long special session was 21 states in favor, 15 against, including China and Russia, with 11 abstentions at the 47-member forum in Geneva. The African group of countries had also called for a resolution to be rejected, saying that the proposed investigative mechanism was counterproductive and likely to exacerbate. But 6 African countries, including Senegal and Sudan, broke ranks and abstained. The UN Deputy High Commissioner for Human Rights, Nadal al-Nashif, told the assertions that all sides in the deepening conflict in northern Ethiopia are committing severe human rights violations and should pull back from the war. An estimated 5,000 to 7,000 people are detained, including 9 UN staff, under a state of emergency and its excessively broad provision declared by the government last month, she said. Many are detained incommunicado or in unknown locations. This is tantamount to enforced disappearance and a matter of very grave concern, she said. Ethiopia's Nebede did not comment directly to the detentions, but he said that the state-appointed Ethiopian Human Rights Commission had already worked with the UN Rights Office to investigate accusations of abuses and was ready to do so again. That joint investigations published last month found that all sides in Tigray conflict has committed violations that may amount to war crimes. Some Tigrayan groups criticized the investigation, says it had ignored many widely reported and well-documented mass killings. The government also complained that it had not covered crimes committed by Tigrayan forces, these claiming that in Amhara region, but the report said it could not be an exhaustive list of all crimes. The U.S. State Department on Friday said Washington is gravely concerned by unconfirmed reports alleging some mass detentions, killings, and forced expulsion of ethnic Tigrayan in western Tigray by Amhara security forces. Thank you so much for joining me for today's editorials. My name is Sandra Asante. You should have a great day.